I know you're starting to see it. Archangel Michael's emergency warning came too late for one person. 3 nights ago, the silence shattered. Heaven stirred. The stillness of night broke not with thunder, but with something more piercing, a celestial whisper. It wasn't meant to be loud. It was meant to reach the ears of the sensitive, the stirred, the spiritually awake. But someone didn't hear it. Someone didn't heed it. And now they are gone. Archangel Michael descended with urgency, with fire in his wings and warning in his voice. But the veil, oh, that heavy veil, lifted a heartbeat too late. By the time light touched their eyes, darkness had already taken root. The emergency warning that now echoes through this message came too late for one soul. But not for you. Not for you who feel this chill ripple through your bones even now. Not for you who woke in the night with your spirit weeping for a reason you couldn't name. Not for you whose discernment has been sharpening with every unspoken glance, every shadow that suddenly seemed more aware than innocent. There's a reason you were drawn to this message. This isn't by chance. This is by divine targeting. Not everyone was called to hear this. Only those who have begun to see past the performance. Only those whose spiritual antennae have begun to catch strange frequencies, sudden silences, odd behaviors, unexplained heaviness. You've begun to notice the glitch. You've begun to awaken. And so they are beginning to notice you. Yes, they know you're starting to see it. The battle has already begun in silence. You felt it. Confusion has tried to rewrite your memories. Tension has hovered in places that once felt safe. You've wondered, is it just me? But it's not just you. It's the veil lifting. And now, Archangel Michael comes again, not to save the one who didn't listen, but to arm you who still can. Because you were next. But heaven halted what was set in motion. You are not listening by accident. You are being given what was withheld from another. So I tell you, stay quiet. Stay still. Do not react yet. The spirit realm is listening to your stillness more than your speech. You are being watched by 2 realms, and how you wait matters more than how you speak. Archangel Michael speaks now, but it almost came too late. Before midnight strikes again, you will understand. You will feel it in your bones. You will hear it in your spirit. And you will see it behind the eyes of those who once looked innocent. For what is cloaked in flesh has started to shift, and what once stood beside you now waits behind you watching. This message is not a teaching. This is not a story. This is a declaration forged in divine delay, born from what was almost missed, almost lost. One soul didn't make it. One soul heard the tremble in the silence, but ignored the crack in the air. One soul dismissed the shifting shadows, the fleeting chill, the altered gaze of familiar faces. They didn't discern in time. They didn't believe the urgency until it wrapped its fingers around them and pulled them into a silence that never lets go. Heaven wept. Archangel Michael descended that night, not with gentle words but with fire, burning through veils, slashing through deception. He came to intervene, but even angels must honor the will of man. And the warning, it wasn't received. The ears were dull, the heart too trusting. The message came, but was not heard. Now it comes again. Do you? This is not for the casual listener, not for those who scroll through the sacred with eyes half open and hearts fully numb. This is for the spiritually sensitive, the awakened, the anointed. You, who have felt a pressure in your chest with no medical cause. You who have dreamed dreams that don't make sense, yet leave you weeping in the dark. You, who hear your name in the silence and feel the air watching. There is something after you. not to destroy your flesh but to abort your mission. And this message, this moment, is the wedge between delay and destiny. You are receiving what another rejected. You are being told what was sealed to others. You are standing on the edge of something irreversible, and heaven wants your full attention. Stillness is your sacred posture now. Obedience is your armor. Silence is your shield. Do not rush to share this. Do not speak of it too soon. Let the enemy guess what you've heard. Let them wonder how much you know. This message is not to be debated. It is to be digested. Archangel Michael stands over your atmosphere now, sword drawn, eyes blazing with holy vengeance. He hath been released on your behalf, not just to shield but to strike. But he waits for your stillness, for your reverence, for your silent agreement. Someone did listen. Now, they are no longer in position. You were next, but heaven interrupted the sequence. So hear this. You are on holy ground. You are under sacred watch. Before midnight you will understand. Type I am anointed in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1516 is now activated. They've started acting strange. You've noticed. You've been walking through rooms that feel different now. You've been receiving smiles that don't reach the eyes. You've heard your name in conversations that end too quickly when you enter. Something is shifting. Someone is watching. And while they pretend to help, their spirit betrays their mask. Do not ignore what you feel. You are not imagining it. There's an emotional undertow around you now, a pull beneath the surface of the normal. Conversations that once felt warm now carry a chill. Laughter that once comforted now feels hollow. Silence between messages has grown longer. People who once checked in daily have gone quiet, but not absent. They are there just behind the veil of silence, observing, because they know you're starting to see it. You've seen it in their eyes, that flicker of panic, that glitch in their gaze when your clarity cuts through their illusion. They were hoping you'd stay blind just a little longer. They were counting on your loyalty to override your discernment. They whispered things under the guise of concern. They masked their monitoring as mentorship. But your spirit knows now. You've begun to question moments that once passed unnoticed. Why did that conversation feel off? Why did their words contradict their tone? Why did the room feel different when I mentioned my dream, my calling, my next step? You are not crazy. You are not paranoid. You are perceiving. And perception is the first spark of revelation. Heaven is not just showing you what's around you. It's sharpening what's inside you. This emotional disruption is not random. It is a sign. The enemy has realized he can't stop what's coming to you, so now he tries to distort what's around you. He cannot cancel your mission, so he whispers through mouths that once blessed you. He cannot dim your light, so he sends shadows into the shape of friends. And you, blessed and burdened with discernment, you are beginning to see through the fog. Now, the whispers are louder. The tension more tangible. You walk into rooms and feel watched, even when alone. You mention a plan, and the energy shifts. You share a vision, and confusion immediately follows. This is not coincidence. This is spiritual interference disguised as emotional chaos. Someone doesn't want you to wake up. But it's too late. You're starting to see. And because of that you must be still. You must guard your energy. You must protect your perception. You must choose sacred silence over social validation. The strange behavior around you is not personal. It's prophetic. It's not them rejecting you. It's the spirit within them recognizing what you carry, and what you carry terrifies the enemy. Close this section with this. This is not paranoia. It's perception sharpening. And now perception and become protection. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Your kindness helps us bring more powerful content your way. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type I am chosen in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 999 is now surrounding you. What you've been calling confusion was always warfare. What you thought was emotional turbulence, miscommunication, or coincidence was actually the smoke rising from an invisible battlefield. It wasn't chaos. It was conflict. Adam people but among spirits. Your spiritual eyes are only just opening to a realm that's been battling over you long before you knew what to call it. And now, the truth unfolds. You were never just misunderstood. You were marked. Archangel Michael saw the trap long before you did. He saw how the snares were set. He saw how the people around you were influenced, how their words carried venom wrapped in velvet. He saw the sequence, the timing, the orchestration, Yalos. And for a while, it looked like you wouldn't escape it. It looked like the trap would close. But something shifted. Not in them, in you. You began to wake up. You began to notice patterns. The same strange fatigue that hit right before you prayed. The emotional heaviness that fell every time you wanted to move forward. The interruptions. The distractions. The anxiety that had no name but screamed in the silence. These were not mood swings. These were missile. This is spiritual warfare. And you were the target, not because you were weak, but because your light was rising. The enemy doesn't attack what he isn't threatened by. He doesn't chase what isn't carrying divine DNA. And you, beloved, you carry fire. You carry revelation. You carry heaven's signature inside your bones. That's why you felt pressure from every direction, because hell is trying to stop what heaven already started. But listen closely. You are divinely protected. The attacks may surround you, but they cannot consume you. The words may fly against you, but they cannot wound what heaven has sealed. You are watched, but not just by those who seek to confuse you. Heaven watches you too. The hosts of heaven are counting your reactions. They are measuring your maturity, your restraint, your silence. This is not about being perfect. This is about being discerning. Because how you respond now determines what enters next. If you react in fear, confusion opens its door. If you act in haste, delay enters your timeline. But if you stay still, if you listen instead of speak, if you fast instead of fight, the entire battle shifts in your favor. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword. He stands in your atmosphere. He is not unsure. He is not gentle with darkness. He is a war general of light, and he is positioned at your side, not because you earned it, but because you're chosen. Yes, you are chosen, and so you are watched by both realms. The enemy watches to find your weakness. Heaven watches to reveal your strength. And right now, you must decide what voice you will answer. Will you react to whispers or respond to divine instruction? You are no longer just surviving this. You are overcoming it. And this framing matters. Because if you think it's just people, you'll try to fix what must be fought. If you think it's just bad luck, you'll ignore the power of your words. But if you see the spiritual structure behind the struggle, You'll rise in strategy. You'll move with intention. You'll become undodgeable. You're not confused. You're under attack. But you're also under protection. Stand tall in this hour. Speak only when heaven tells you. And remember, confusion is the fog that hides enemy movement. But clarity is the sword that exposes it. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1818 is surrounding your home. Someone is preparing to escalate. You must feel it in your spirit by now, the tightening in your atmosphere, the heaviness when you wake, the strange dreams that seem more real than memory. Heaven is alerting your soul. Your spirit is on edge. Something unseen is building like a thunderstorm just beyond the horizon. The air is charged. The enemy is stirring. And within 3 days, something long hidden will be exposed. This is not imagination. This is prophetic timing. You are standing on the edge of an unveiling. But with it comes confrontation. Do not be surprised if certain people suddenly grow distant. Do not be alarmed if tension arises out of nowhere. The mask is thinning. The performance is failing. The spirit behind the words is starting to surface. And the enemy, sensing his grip slipping, is ready to strike in subtle but destabilizing ways. This isn't just emotional friction. This is spiritual escalation. You will begin to notice an increase in spiritual interference. Your rest will be disturbed. Your technology may glitch without reason. You may sense movement or hear sounds that others don't. These are signals. These are covers. They are not to be feared. They are to be understood. You are nearing a revelation, and that proximity disturbs darkness. Someone already slipped. One who was warned did not listen. And now, their silence is permanent. But their fall became your awakening. Their collapse became your caution. And now, you must respond wisely. Don't confront. Go denounce. Don't fight them in the physical. Prepare in the spirit. The pressure is building, not just in your environment, but in the spirit realm. You feel it like a rising tide against your ribcage. But you are not drowning. You are being lifted. The storm you sense is not to destroy you, but to reveal what's been walking beside you in disguise. The betrayal is close. The shift will hurt. But the revelation will heal. Someone near you is not who they pretend to be. They carry a counterfeit light. They speak in familiar tones, but their heart beats to a different master. Don't ignore the signs. Don't explain away the inconsistencies. Don't justify the discomfort. Your spirit has been whispering, and now it begins to shout. You must be ready. You must stay hidden in the spirit. Do not post. Do not rant. Do not retaliate. Repair. Sanctify your home. Reclaim your space. Anoint your thresholds. Seal your windows in prayer. Cover your sleep with scripture. Your home must become a fortress, not just a residence. This is not the time to be reactive. It's the time to be righteous. Let the angels fight while you watch. Let Michael war while you prepare. Let the unseen power of heaven rearrange your atmosphere. The time is short. The warning is clear. And you are being shielded from something that would have shattered you if you faced it unprepared. Now is your moment of covering. Do not waste it. Do not confront. Prepare. Type "I am ready" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 333 is forming a shield around you now. Do not move, stand still, for heaven is already moving. The realm of spirit is stirring. The angels are not idle. Archangel Michael's sword is drawn, and the heavenly host has encircled you. The battle that you feel in your atmosphere is not yours to fight. It is yours to outlast. The pressure you sense, the disruptions you experience, the strange patterns in your day, the heaviness in your chest, these are not attacks for you to counter in the natural. They are proof that heaven has mobilized. Stillness is your power now. Let your enemies think you are sleeping. Let your silence unsettle them. Let your inaction confuse the plans that were set against you. Because in this hour, your restraint is your roar. In this moment, your silence is a strategy. The angels are not waiting for your opinion. They are waiting for your reverence. And when you are still, they move with full authority. So I say to you again, do not speak prematurely. Do not defend yourself unnecessarily. Do not justify what is already being exposed in the realm of truth. You are under divine surveillance. Your case has already been submitted to the courts of heaven. Your name has been carved into the walls of the sanctuary, and what is hidden from you is being fought for by forces unseen. Journal your pain, but do not vent it to the wrong ears. Pray through the confusion, but do not seek validation from those who caused the warfare. Withdraw with wisdom, not with bitterness, but with reverence. Guard your energy. Protect your spirit. This is a sacred window of stillness, and to move ahead of it would be to step out of alignment with divine defense. The silence of heaven is not abandonment, it is strategy. For what is forming around you is not weak protection. It is holy shielding. Your name is being hidden in the cleft of the rock. You are being concealed from premature attack. You are being cloaked in a covering that darkness cannot penetrate. While they whisper about you, heaven hides you. Yes, there are voices raised against you, but their volume cannot pierce the shield of divine silence. Your obedience to this instruction is the key to your preservation. The sword of Michael now stands between you and what meant you harm. He is not passive. He is not wanting, he is warring. The whispers about you cannot find footing if you do not engage. The curses spoken cannot take root unless you water them with worry. The plans formed against you will collapse in confusion. If you remain still, you are being protected in a way that others will not understand. Do not explain your quietness. Do not justify your withdrawal. Heaven understands what is required, and right now, you are being guarded from retaliation that your flesh cannot see. You must rest in the silence. You must settle into the sacred. Let your heart beat slower. Let your breath return. Let the Spirit minister to you. You will not fall. You will not break. You will not lose this battle, because it was never yours to fight. Your stillness is louder than their gossip. Your peace is louder than their plans. Your posture in the spirit realm is disrupting every network that was designed to assassinate your character. Stay hidden in spirit. Stay anchored in light. Do not move, for heaven is already shifting everything in your favor. Type "I am hidden" in the comments if you receive this message. Lesson code 777 is now sealed over your life. You are no longer blind. You are no longer weak. You are no longer passive. What once confused you now confronts you with clarity. What once stole your voice now trembles when you speak. And those who once stood over you in dominance are now being disarmed by your silence. Because something in you has changed, radically, permanently, and divinely. And the truth is, they don't even know it yet. You've become a different version of yourself under pressure. While they gossiped, you grew. While they plotted, you prepared. While they dismissed you, you discovered the weight of your authority. They laughed while you bled. But now, You are walking out of that season with a sword forged in silence. Your spirit has grown wings under their shadow. They tried to cover your light with darkness, not realizing that darkness is where eagles stretch their wings. You are no longer confined by their expectations. You are no longer limited by their silence. They thought they could contain you, control you, confuse you. But you have awakened, and now you are too big for the box they built. This isn't fear. This is focus. This isn't retreat. This is refinement. What they thought was you breaking, was you building in silence. You are rising not with revenge but with revelation. And heaven is watching, not your pain, but your poise. You have become dangerous to the enemy, not because you scream, but because you know. You were once afraid of the dark. Now, the dark fears you. Every step you take in obedience shakes the ground of the adversary. Every word you speak in truth cuts through deception like thunder through silence. Your posture has shifted. You are no longer just surviving. You are leading in spirit, in wisdom, in spiritual warfare. Your roar is coming, but wisdom holds it back. Do not move in vengeance. Move in vision. Let heaven unveil your path. Let Michael clear the debris. Let the Spirit set the fire. You are not walking into another trap. You are walking into a throne room. What once haunted you will now flee from you. Because now you know. Now you see. Now you've aligned. And alignment is authority. Heaven has recorded your tears, your waiting, your restraint. And now, the reward is being activated. You are the breaker of cycles, the fire bearer in your bloodline, the one who said yes when others said nothing, the one who stayed awake while others slept. You are chosen not for ease but for elevation. And now, the shift is not coming. It has already begun. Walk in this new you. Speak from this new posture. Do not bow again to what tried to bury you. If this word has ignited something in your soul, and you feel led to support this sacred work, consider giving a super thanks with any amount up to $10. Every contribution helps us deliver more divine messages with excellence and reach. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type "I am rising" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1212 is now igniting your path. This was never about them. It was never about the confusion they caused, the silence they weaponized, or the betrayal they tried to cloak in kindness. It was never about the gossip, the delay, or even the loss. From the beginning, this was about you, about what is being unlocked in your spirit, about what heaven planted in your bones long before you were ever seen as a threat. You were not going through an attack. You were going through an initiation. This season of shadow and silence, of warfare and wandering, was a spiritual rite of passage. You were being tempered, not tortured. You were being prepared, not punished. Every tear, every sleepless night, every sudden moment of doubt, they were not signs of failure. They were the furnace. They were the final stage before the release. And now, heaven speaks. You passed. You didn't fold. You didn't curse God. You didn't abandon the call. Even when you questioned, even when you felt forgotten, you still held on. You still believed. You still whispered prayers when no one else knew you were bleeding. And heaven recorded every moment. Archangel Michael stood over you, watched as you were surrounded, and smiled, not because he enjoys your pain, but because he saw what the enemy could not break. And now, a window is opened. A divine portal is being unveiled in the spirit realm, and it is tied to your obedience. You are stepping into visibility, not the kind the world gives, but the kind only heaven can authorize. This moment is not about promotion in man's system. It is about activation in God's timing. You are not being made popular. You are being made powerful. The battle was your test. The betrayal was your qualifier. The delay was your sharpening. And now the rise begins. Heaven has whispered your name in rooms you've never entered. Doors are beginning to unlock, not because you knocked, but because heaven spoke. You are being summoned. You are being released into a new season of spiritual recognition and authority. What was denied is being delivered. What was hidden is being handed to you. The kingdom knows who you are now. And here is the confirmation. Within days, not weeks, not months, days, a sign will arrive. Unexpected. Unscripted. It may be a message, a shift, a person removed, or a door flung open. But you will know. Your spirit will leap. You will feel the alignment click into place. It will not be loud, but it will be clear. And when it comes, receive it in stillness, not show. Because this rise came at a cost. This rise came through someone's fall. One soul did not heed the call, and their silence became your signal. They didn't see it in time. They didn't discern the shift. And what was meant for them has now passed to you. You've inherited a mission that once sat in someone else's hands. You've been called because of their delay, and you will be held accountable for what they dropped. This is not a compliment. This is a commissioning. You are not being flattered. You are being activated. Heaven has no time for hesitation now. The kingdom is advancing, and you have been selected. Rise now, not in arrogance, but in awe. Move now, not in performance, but in presence. You are standing on holy ground. Every step forward from here must be intentional, must be reverent, must be aligned. Your name is written. Your authority is rising. The realm is ready. The rest is up to you. Type "I receive my rise" in the comments if you feel this in your soul. Blessing code 5656 has now been stamped on your new path. And now declare it: I am chosen. I am covered. I am ready. Because what you declare in this moment opens what you walk into in the next. This is not the time to hesitate. This is not the time to second-guess the calling. The window is open. The realm is shifting. Destiny is no longer an idea. It is waiting on your movement. Heaven moves with your agreement. The next level of clarity, provision, and elevation will not come because you want it. It will come because you agreed with it. Destiny is not automatic. It is activated by consent. And now the Spirit says, heaven is waiting for your yes. Do not delay. Do not hold back. Delay invites confusion. Hesitation opens the door to stagnation. And stagnation is where the enemy plants seeds of doubt. When you pause too long, your confidence begins to bleed. And when your confidence leaks, your authority wavers. But not you. Not now. Now is the time to speak it aloud. Journal it. Proclaim it in prayer. Mark it with an act of agreement. Light a candle. Fast for one day. Write the vision again. Step into the agreement with boldness. Your voice carries weight in the realm of spirit. When you declare life, life responds. When you speak destiny, doors begin to tremble. When you say yes, heaven shifts. You do not need to have all the details, you need to have alignment. Assignment doesn't require perfection. It requires participation. And you yes, you, are the key piece in this next divine puzzle. What heaven wants to birth in this season cannot be delayed by your doubt. Rise up, stand tall, and walk boldly into what others forfeited. Speak life, not fear. Speak vision, not memory. Speak prophecy, not paranoia. Speak agreement, not apology. There is no need to explain to those who don't understand. Your obedience is your evidence. Your alignment is your permission. This is your holy moment. Say yes with your words. Say yes with your actions. Say yes with your stillness. Say yes with your consecration. Say yes in secret, and God will reward you in the open. This is not for public validation. This is for private release. Your yes is not just unlocking your future, it's redeeming generations. You are standing in a moment that heaven will remember. Move now in spirit. Destiny is calling you forward. Heaven's host is standing at attention. Archangel Michael is watching for your next step. The trumpet is ready. The scroll is unrolling. All that is left is your agreement. If this message stirred something within you, and you desire to partner with this sacred work, consider sowing into this word through a super thanks. Even a small gift of $5 goes a long way to support what heaven is doing through this space. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type yes, Lord, in the comments if you are stepping into agreement. Blessing code 4040 is now opening unseen doors for you. What you feel is not imagination. What you sense is not a hunch. What have been stirring in the deep parts of your spirit is not emotional sensitivity. It is transaction. A sacred exchange has taken place in the spirit realm. Silent, unseen, undeniable. While you've been wrestling in the natural, something far more significant has been unfolding behind the veil. Heaven has been negotiating on your behalf. The angels have been moving like lightning across timelines, retrieving what was stolen, redeeming what was silenced, and securing what was delayed. There has been a divine transfer in motion, and you are at the center of it. You may not have felt the shift with your fingers, but your soul did. A heaviness, that sudden release of tears without words, that stirring in the middle of the night when everything seemed quiet. That was the sound of the spiritual contract being rewritten. While you slept, heaven worked. While you wept, heaven recorded. While you held your tongue, heaven released its roar. This isn't about vindication. It's about divine alignment. There are things that were withheld because the timing was not safe. There are doors that were sealed not because you weren't ready, but because the realm was still toxic. But now, the exchange has occurred. Something that once belonged to another has been reassigned to you. Not out of jealousy, not out of ambition, but out of obedience. What others forfeited through pride, you are inheriting through purity. It was never wasted. Every season of isolation, every moment of restraint, every lonely decision you made in the shadows, they became currency in the spirit. You were not just surviving, you were investing. You are purchasing a place in the future through your faithfulness in the present. There is a return coming, and it will not match what was taken. It will exceed it. The transaction wasn't just about restoration, it was about multiplication. You lost one thing, but heaven is returning it with interest. You were silenced in one season, but your voice is about to echo through places you never applied to. You were overlooked for one door, but now 3 are swinging wide, waiting for your presence to activate them. This is not a coincidence. This is the result of divine calculation. The enemy thought your tears were weakness, but heaven counted them as power. Every sigh, every groan, every wordless prayer, they became notes in your heavenly ledger. And now, that account is being paid out. Your spiritual inheritance is coming due. The silent exchange has shifted the atmosphere. Do not be alarmed if certain people start acting uncomfortable. Do not be confused when certain doors that once shut suddenly seek you out. The realm is catching up with what was already done in the spirit. You're not becoming powerful. You already are. The world is just catching up. Let them think you're the same. Let them assume nothing changed. Let them miss the moment. Because the true shift didn't happen in the spotlight. It happened in silence. And that silence was sacred. That silence was your shield. That silence was your womb. Now, the birthing begins. The realm is realigning to reflect what has already been decided. And you, faithful one, hidden one, obedient one, you are walking into the fulfillment of what was forged in fire. It's already yours. You just haven't walked into it yet. Type "I claim my portion" in the comments if your spirit feels this truth. Blessing code 2323 has now been unlocked around you. What was done in darkness is now being exposed by divine light. Heaven has issued a verdict. The courts of the Most High have rendered judgment. The scales that once tilted in favor of your adversary are being corrected. The injustice you endured in silence, the lies, the manipulation, the mockery, they were not unseen. They were not ignored. They were noted. And now, they are being judged. This is not revenge. This is spiritual justice. The difference is critical. Revenge seeks to satisfy pain. Justice restores divine balance. And heaven is now correcting what was corrupted. The hands that tried to tie your purpose are now being restrained. The mouths that tried to rewrite your truth are now being silenced. Those who sowed seeds of confusion are about to reap a harvest they never imagined. For what you endured in stillness, they will answer in exposure. You must know this. Everything they thought they stole is returning to you. Every connection, every opportunity, every ounce of favor they tried to redirect is coming back with acceleration. The divine reversal has begun. What was once delayed is now being delivered. What was once hidden is now being highlighted. What was once used against you is now working for you. There are doors opening now that were locked by human hands. But heaven has issued keys, not just to restore what you had, but to expand what you carry. You are not being put back in place. You are being lifted to a new place. This was not just about surviving sabotage. It was about positioning for reign. Your favor is supernatural. This is not network favor. This is not social favor. This is not popularity. This is kingdom favor, rooted in righteousness, watered by obedience, and multiplied through warfare. The reversal you're about to witness is not small. You will be visible. It will be undeniable. It will be God-ordained. Those who overlooked you will now look for you. Those who laughed at your process will now need your product. And when the reversal happens, remember, respond with honor. Not to affirm them, but to honor the one who reversed it all. You are the walking proof that what is delayed is not denied. You are the manifestation of divine justice. You are the result of silent warfare and relentless grace. This is not just about you. This is about the God who backed you. This is about the angels who fought beside you. This is about the justice that was served without your hands. Heaven's court has ruled. The case is closed. The scales are now balanced. And your name has been cleared. If this message has confirmed what you already sensed, and you desire to bless this sacred flow, consider sowing a super thanks. Your generous support up to $20 allows us to create more of these prophetic words for those who need it most. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type "Justice is mine" in the comments if you know this is your moment. Blessing code 888 has now settled the score. You are sealed by light, hidden in glory, lifted by fire. Archangel Michael has surrounded your life with swords of fire and shields of truth. The portals above you are no longer sealed. They have been opened by obedience, by endurance, by sacrifice. What you thought you lost was only ever being repositioned. What you thought was delay was heaven buying time to perfect your future. You saw what they did. You heard what they ignored. You listened to the whisper while others mocked the silence. You discerned the shift while they slept. That is why you are covered now. That is why you are marked. That is why you are rising. You are not walking into this new season the same. Your aura has changed. Your name in the spirit now echoes with authority. You are chosen, called, and covered fully. You are not hoping. You are not guessing. You are not wondering. You know. And because you know, you can no longer be manipulated. You can no longer be gaslighted. You can no longer be misled. Your discernment is sharp. Your positioning is solid. Your covering is thick. You are no longer the one who hopes. You are the one who walks in. Nothing lost. Everything aligned. Nothing broken. Everything redefined. The divine exchange is complete. You are stepping forward now, not as the victim, not as the observer, but as the vessel of divine fulfillment. This season will not look like the last. You will not cry the same tears. You will not walk in circles. You will not beg for access. You will not shrink. Rise now, it's time. They know you see it now, but it's too late for them. Not for you. You are anointed, appointed, and fully armored. Now, walk forward into fire, into fever, into fullness. Type "I am aligned" in the comments if you receive this closing seal. Blessing code 1717 is now crowning your season. And as always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, for powerful prophetic releases, exclusive spiritual teachings, and divine alerts that align with your calling. Don't miss what heaven is still speaking next. Let's walk in it together.